Good morning. Welcome to the Nursing Theory Show. This is the only season and the only episode, and nobody will probably watch it.
Hooray!
Hi, we are accompanied here today by Louie. Louie, our octopus, what are you wearing today?
I'm wearing a habit.
And why?
Because I'm so excited about our topic.
We're going to talk about a nun today that was also a nurse.
And that ain't no nonsense.
Sister Calista Roy. Sister Calista Roy, a nurse that went to school for her master's in 1964, and she came up with some theory. So, do you know what Sister Calista Roy did for a living?
I don't.
Okay, well, she was a nun that was also a nurse, and she worked in the pediatric neuro unit.
Wow. So what does this theory say?
Well, this theory says that the nurses should promote adaptation of the patients.
That sounds great.
I know, and you know what that means?
What?
So when patients interact with the environment and they try to get used to the situation that they're in, they need to adapt positively.
That sounds great.
I know, doesn't it? So that's actually, the way that she came up with this theory was when she got motivated from her advisor. And as Sister Calista Roy was seeing the kids in the pediatric unit and how resilient they were, she came up with this theory.
Whoa, smart lady.
I know. Do you have any other questions?
What were some of these assumptions about this theory?
So every theory apparently has some assumptions.
You know what they say about assumptions?
I know. So the assumption was that the person is a biopsychosocial being.
That's a big word.
Do you know what that means, Louie?
No, I don't.
I don't either, but let's try it. So this means that the person is in constant interaction with the changing environment. And for the person to respond positively to the environment changes, the person must adapt.
Wow. Say, Daniel, do we have an expert on this matter?
Oh, we sure do. She is wonderful, one-of-a-kind, super fun.
Yay! We'll have her come on in.
Come on in, Sonia. Everybody's excited to meet Sonia.
Hi, Sonia.
Hi, Sonia. Let's talk about what you have to tell us.
All right, the major concepts of we gotta start over.
I told you she's very fun.
Super fun.
Super.
The major concepts of Roy's assumption model are adaptation, and that's a process and outcome of individuals and groups who use conscious awareness and self-reflection. And then there's a person, the biopsychosocial, being in constant interaction with a changing environment. The environment, that means all conditions and circumstances that influence their surroundings. Health, the state of process of being integrated and whole as a person. And nursing, and of course nursing, promoting adaptation and health. To promote adaptation for individual groups in the 4 adaptive models. Roy's adaptation model made guidelines for nursing and developing nursing processes. It was instrumental in creating measures and concepts that were measurable. For instance, the symptoms distress scale, state trait anxiety scale, self-consistency scale. So it is measurable, and it is a measurable operational theory.
Well, that sounds great, Sonia. Anything else you want to share?
No, I had fun.
Oh, great. Well, thank you so much for coming.
Did you know that this theory is a grand theory? Louie, do you know what that means?
I don't.
I don't either, but let's give it a try.
Let's give it a try.
A grand theory is a grand theory that a lot of conceptual framework come from it. So the purpose of it is to guide nursing education or things that we do as nurses. So well, that's a purpose of a grand theory, and that's exactly what a grand theory is.
Fascinating! You know what? I think it's time now for the weather.
I think so.
We have some serious weather coming in. It is, hey, over here. Bad weather, okay? There's this cyclone. Look what just came in. All right. So this cyclone is going to cause a lot of stress, stimuli, okay? It's gonna change, okay? And you're gonna have to cope, and use your resources with the environment and the resources available. And then how do you view this storm? Is it morally, ethically, physically? How are you gonna view it? That's gonna be really important on how you're gonna cope with this tumultuous storm coming in. And family, friends, very important to help you. Very important. Does your mom have a couch you can sleep on? Because your home's probably destroyed. Probably. Sorry. Dogs and cats, they're gone. You need family and friends, okay? And then your role. Are you a man, woman, caretaker, student? This stress, stimuli, this storm, is going to really, really affect you, and you're going to need to rely on your coping processes that use all 4 of these things. This will influence your behavior. Really important. This storm is no joke, kids. No joke. All right, so, and if you just happen to be a nurse in the storm, it's very important. You can apply it to the nursing process and education. And they've used this model, Roy's adaptation model, in a lot of studies since the 70s. One really good one is, chronic illness like diabetes. They use it for how people can apply it to it. Okay, all right. Now, as the nursing population ages and more comorbidities are happening, it's also very important for patients to adapt. And how are you gonna adapt to this? No joke. Stresses coming on. Adaptation is key to survival. Jessica out.
Wow, it's raining cats and octopi out there.
Oh, thanks, Jessica. Well, stay tuned for the next episode and the next assignment that Dr. Gunter will kindly bestow upon us.
Goodbye.